Hey PJs, glad to see you snuggling back into another video. Today is a review for Slime Sweetpea. I purchased from her a while ago and I thought it would be the first and last time I would be able to review her shop because she was moving to a different country, but long story short, she moved back. So now I get to review her more, which I'm super excited about because she became one of my favorite. I purchased 3 slimes from her and there were no extras whatsoever except for, of course, the slimes. So I would always recommend sending borax and a business card. That's just something I always think should be sent. All of the slimes come in these yellow screw top lid containers with her slime shop logo on the top and the slime name on the side. Beginning this review, we have chocolate chip brownie bread, which is a DIY clay slime scented chocolate chip and brownies. It comes with multicolored Java chips on the top and a clay toast. The first thing that I noticed about this base was how chewy and bouncy it was, especially the bouncy part. It just gives a lot of elasticity to it, kind of like how the Java chips are. If you squeeze a Java chip, they kind of bounce back. So that's what the slime felt like, and of course, since this does have Java chips in it, it made it even more bouncy, which I thought was really unique and really satisfying to squish because it does bounce back a little bit. I'm also obsessed with this cream color that it started out as. It's a very pleasant looking color and it really reminds me of like soft serve ice cream. This clay toast has got to be one of the most realistic clay pieces I've ever had. It looks exactly like toast, but like obviously a mini version because this isn't a full-sized bread piece, but it just looks so realistic. I love all the detail that went into it. You can even see all the individual like holes and stuff that regular toast has. The clay itself was extremely soft, leading to a very easy mix in and very satisfying. I loved seeing all the colors mixed together, and once it fully mixed, it became a darker brown color, and the texture is more like a soft, bouncy clay. It definitely kept that bouncy texture, which I really like. This texture is definitely not like anything I've ever felt before. Even though it is a very soft clay slime, it makes extremely loud and satisfying bubble pops, and because of the added Java chips, that makes even more bubble pops and adds a slightly different texture when you're stretching it, so it's not just a regular clay slime. What I also noticed about the texture was that it would like not stop inflating, and I just found it hilarious because I sat for a good 5 minutes and it just kept going. I would say this thing inflates about 4 times its size if you give it enough time, and I think that is so crazy. You guys know I pay attention to a slime, especially an inflating one, if it has any tackiness or residue because I hate it that much. And this one, even though it inflated so much and even during the inflation, it had no residue or tackiness. This slime is so incredible and I cannot recommend it enough. I also found the scent to be pretty accurate. It smelled like chocolate chips and brownies to me. It was a very sweet chocolate scent. I do wish it was a little stronger because it was pretty light and you could almost smell the glue. There could be a slight problem with the Java chips falling out. They were in danger of coming out. Mine didn't, but that's something to keep in mind. I can't keep my hands off of this slime, so it gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up is Gummy Bear Ice Cream Sundae, which is a DIY snow butter that comes with 1 ounce of blue slime, a fake cherry charm, a pink and white marbled ice cream clay scoop, and some gummy bear charms. It is also scented exactly like the name. So I was completely shocked by the initial texture of the base. Firstly, this is so bold, like the colors are so cool. I've never seen a slime this vibrant and I love it. I'm not even a red fan. Like, I think red is disgusting. But this just looks so pretty. And the texture, it's like it was I don't even know. The instant snow is like 3 times bigger than what I'm used to, and it makes the texture actually not be smooth, if that makes sense. The instant snow actually has texture in the slime, like you can feel the individual snow pieces, and I've never felt anything like it. It is so cool. It also comes with this blue slime, which is even more vibrant than the base. It does leave my hands blue because of how vibrant it is. It was like immediate. Like I'm gonna show you guys right here, but you can see it, and it got worse as I was assembling the slime. I wasn't worried about it because it mixes into the slime, so it's not gonna leave any discoloration on my hands, but it was just so weird to me that it was so vibrant that the second I touched it, it left dye on my hands. That is so weird. I thought that the marbled clay scoop was super adorable. The marbleation, you guys couldn't see very well. I don't even know if that's a word, and I'm not gonna fix it, but it was like really marbled. It was really hard to see because I failed to show it before I put the blue on top, so I do apologize, but it was really cool. And the clay scoop was a lot more dense than the last clay, which I think fit this theme really well because the base was extremely dense as well. And I know you guys see it. I shot as many clips as I was able to. Look at the way this slime mixes. Like, the colors are so pretty. This has got to be the cutest and coolest slime I've ever mixed together. Those bright colors really paid off because it was so pretty to mix together. It reminded me of like the galaxy or something cosmic, something like that. And when it mixes together, it makes the cutest purple slime, like a purplish blue slime. Not really sure what to call it, kind of periwinkle with a hint of blue. It's just so pretty. The texture when mixed together is again something I've never felt before. It stayed really dense, which I actually really like because most snow butters get extremely soft, but this one stayed really dense, and when you inflated it, it got really soft but still kept that denseness to it, which again I really like. Even when it inflated, it stayed non-tacky. It inflated about double its size, which is really nice. And the residue, there was just a tiny little bit, not enough to be worried about. I'm not sure what a gummy bear ice cream sundae is supposed to smell like, but this slime to me smelled like really sweet candy mixed with a very tiny hint of bubble gum. It's not my favorite scent, but I think it matched this slime really well, especially since they were trying to get that gummy bear theme. And speaking on gummy bears, this slime had like 6, I don't even know, I didn't count them, but it had a good 5, 6, maybe even 7 gummy bear charms. They're so generous with their charms, and I love that. I do apologize, I completely forgot about the cherry charm. That is my bad. The only tiny problem I had was that this one, unlike the other two, didn't have an extra container sent with it, so there wasn't any room for extra slime. I know some people are okay with other methods, but I think that if you're sending a DIY clay, at least an extra container should be available. This slime also gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. I love it. And lastly, this is Birthday Cake Croissant. It is a DIY clay slime that is scented like birthday cake and peanut butter cup, and it comes with a clay croissant with rainbow sprinkles on top. I'm not sure how the base of this slime was created, but it's like a tan colored jiggly slime, and there's definitely something weird about the texture. I don't know if maybe it has some instant snow in it, or if there was like really weird pigment added. It's a interesting texture. Definitely not my type, especially with the color. I'm really not a fan of this color. I just think it looks gross in slime, but hey, that's a personal opinion. Some people might love this color, and that's okay. I just find it kind of icky and I don't know how to explain it. Maybe like dirty mop water or something, but I don't know. The bubble pops are super easy to accomplish, and I loved clicking the slime, but the base just to me wasn't my favorite. I did love this clay croissant. It is so realistic to me. Of course, with being clay and all. And I loved that the rainbow sprinkles were on top instead of something that you just add to the slime. It kind of made the clay a next tier type of thing to me. I just thought it looked a lot cuter, especially since it's called a birthday cake croissant. It made it more fitting to the theme. For some reason, mixing in the clay was actually really unsatisfying. Usually it's really satisfying, but this is the exact opposite. I could feel it mixing in and it mixed in really easily, but I don't know if it was just the initial texture of the base or maybe it was the clay. I don't know. Just something about it felt off and really unsatisfying, and I don't know how to describe it. Once fully mixed though, I enjoyed the texture and the color a lot more. I love this tannish color. It reminds me of a bakery dough, which obviously it fits the theme really well. And the texture became a chewy clay with, again, really satisfying bubble pops. I love that it kept that feature about it even with the clay mixed in. It kind of reminded me of the first one with that aspect, and it was really nice. The slime wasn't one for inflation. It did inflate really easily, but there wasn't too much to it. Honestly, I wasn't worried about it. Not every clay slime is meant for inflating, and it's a really nice change to see one that doesn't as much, especially for people who don't like inflation. But when it did inflate, the texture became really soft. It kind of reminded me of shaving cream. It was just really soft. Even though this was also a DIY clay like the first one, it was a completely different texture. It's definitely more of a runny clay, which I really appreciated because there's so much diversity in her DIY clays. I wasn't a big fan of the scent. It smelled like extremely sweet peanut butter and almost plasticky. Not my favorite, but that's just my opinion. I'm also giving this one 5 out of 5 pajamas, giving this shop a perfect score. With that, that is the end of this review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this shop and if you'd like to see more, because I would love to purchase from her again. Her ideas are so phenomenal and unique. I have loved every slime I've gotten from her, so I definitely recommend checking her out. But with that, I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.